Welcome to the Date Forever podcast. Keep your relationship fueled up with strategies discovered by couples and experts. Because at Fuel Collective, we believe better relationships will equal a better world. You are about to discover specific insights and tools that cost little or nothing to implement to help you date forever. And now, here are your hosts, a couple who always have a half-packed suitcase and a date night in the calendar, Sammy and Nathan Yeager.
Hello and welcome to Date Forever. In this week's episode, we're chatting about managing stress through relaxation and massage, setting the scene for sensual connection, how to communicate all 5 love languages at once, and the sexiest smells for the bedroom. But before we get into that, Sammy, what's been fueling you up this week?
We had such a week.
It was a pretty big week, wasn't it? It was pretty intense.
Yeah, if you follow us on any of our socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, that's it.
Any of the places, really. You would have seen that we were launching Couple and Team, our online course. So we went live most days across those platforms. We hosted an online live masterclass. Yep. Did all the things.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so I guess the fuel up is that we did it.
We did, yeah. Couple and Team went live.
Yeah.
We had new people join us, which is incredible.
Yeah, so the very first Fuel Collective product is out in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, so I would say that was the thing that fueled me up the most. The rest of the week feels like a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. The weekend felt like it just went past as a little blip and...
Yeah, we spent so much time talking to couples.
We did, yeah.
What about you? Anything non-work fuel podcast related that fueled you up this past week?
Probably the only thing was just exploring our neighbourhood a little bit more and going for a couple of nice walks in places that we hadn't been before. So we found another little walk along the Cooks River, which was nice. But yeah, other than that, I think it was just really exciting to be launching the course. The
other thing that probably fueled me up was our little... This is actually very fitting for this episode that we're about to launch into. We had an at-home spa session with fully set scene of music and lighting and essential oils, and I got to give you a really nice massage.
Yeah, that was pretty delicious. That was a little bit of a highlight.
And your number one love language being physical touch. I think you more than loved it. Fueled you up.
Yeah, it definitely did fuel me up.
Yeah, it was really nice, and it's a good reminder that it takes very little time and energy to create those experiences for your person. So thank you for letting me do that for you.
Thank you. And as Sammy mentioned, this ties in really nicely with this week's episode. So here's this week's guest.
Today we've got Ingrid Galloway joining us. Ingrid is the founder, relationship coach, and chief relaxation officer at Kayang Ung, a wellness centre in Five Dock and Austral in New South Wales. Ingrid has been a relationship coach for 12 years and a spa therapist for 22 years here in Sydney. Her work has always focused on stress, relaxation, and relationships. She has a kind soul, yet fun approach, always seeking to reach out to support the healing process for the many stressed people, broken-hearted singles, and loving and not so loving couples across her path. She encourages people to be authentic and live an inspired life. She runs one-on-one coaching, group workshops, and in-person and virtual retreats. Welcome to the show, Ingrid.
Thank you, guys. Very happy to be here.
No worries. So, Ingrid, how did you first find this intersection between relaxation and then relationship coaching?
Right. So the story was, my background was in 5-star hotel day spas. And back then, I was married to my first husband, but unfortunately, after 10 years of abusive marriage, I left after 3 attempts. And during my self-healing journey, then I went back to see a couple of therapists, and I went to several self-development seminars, and also went back to college to study counseling and life coaching. And straight away, I knew that I would be a coach and my niche would be in relationship.
So you spent some time trying to get out of that relationship?
Yes, exactly. Because in my mind, back then, marriage only once in a lifetime thing. Not knowing, you don't know what you don't know. And then when you jump into it, then it turned into something not very nice, very, very painful. We seem to know how to push each other's buttons, if you know what I mean, really well. So we were very, very good in pressing each other's buttons. And then there's a lot of anger there, a lot of shame and guilt in that. And well, there's a lot of abuse, not necessarily physical abuse. I mean, I was only like purple and blue maybe twice ever. But in terms of verbal, emotional abuse, that happened every day. So it was not a very nice thing to go through, to be honest.
Well, thank you for sharing with us. To give us some timeline, when was that? When did you leave?
We got married 1996 and we got divorced 2006. So within Australian law, you need to be separated for about a year to be able to formally lodge the divorce. So yes. So
it's been over a decade now of growing and healing and evolving.
It's good. I have no regrets whatsoever. So I love my ex-husband unconditionally. I have no animosity whatsoever. So that just showed me that I am truly healed from that experience. Yes.
Yeah, that's an incredible place to be able to get to.
Yes. Yes. Believe me, people, there is hope. If you're in a similar predicament, there is hope.
And from that dark place or those dark days, you've found some bliss and you found a way to help people.
Absolutely. That is the silver lining for me, I believe. Yes. And found the right partner for me, the new loving partner.
Beautiful. Yeah. We're going to ask more about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But so you're working in hotels and creating 5-star spa experiences.
Yes.
Where did you then evolve into recognizing that these people in front of you are stressed?
All the time, because not only they come to my table to be touched by me, but also they can share something. And straight away, I knew that they are suffering from something. Either it's relationship stuff, either it's work stuff. It can be many things. It can be physical ailments, illnesses. Now, no longer working in 5-star Hotel Day Spa because I have my own clients. I'm not employed by anyone anymore now.
Woohoo!
Yes. So from 2017, I'm free.
Amazing.
I'm my own boss. So yeah, I have experiences looking after people with terminal illness, cancer, Parkinson's disease, things like this. I don't know. Somehow they tend to find me, and I'm blessed that way. Yes.
So, Ingrid, what does this kind of stress look like when couples or individuals are coming to you and they're unhappy? What is that kind of looking like in their lives?
Yes. So, number one, the telltale sign would be muscle tension. Muscle tension, whether it's from stress or maybe a lot of exercise. It can be a combination of both. And then another way is how they look. You know, they don't look happy. Another way to tell is their energy. So I'm a feeling person, so I feel people. The feeling is not quite there. I know it sounds a bit vague, but I don't know how to communicate feelings. Yeah, the feeling is just like this person is not quite right. And then they can disclose their information. I don't know. I guess my superpower is I have this ability to make people relax pretty quickly, very quickly, and also open up to me on a deeper sort of level pretty quickly. So, yeah.
So how do people show up in life when they are stressed? And like, how does that then flow on and affect their relationships?
Yes. They tend to be a lot in their head. So they think a lot, they worry a lot, feeling anxious about everything. And then you start with the stressed self. And of course, you can't help it, you know, bringing that stress home to their loved ones or to work, to their colleagues or their bosses. Yeah. You just can't control it. You know, only so long that you can kind of like suppress it, but eventually it will, just like a pimple, you know, eventually the pimple will burst and it doesn't look nice when the pimple bursts.
In our relationship, Nate, I feel like he's got like some sort of gene that makes him incapable of stressing.
Oh.
Like he's just like a Zen motherfucker, just Zen all the time. Like I definitely think Nate gets more anxious, like in moments or preparing for moments. but I wouldn't say that you are like a worrier or a stressor, or that, you know, you don't let pressure really get to you. Whereas it was probably about 5 years ago, I was in a role of employment where I was so far stretched and past my capacity, and I was flying and traveling a lot. And I didn't have a very predictable routine. So my food and my exercise had kind of gone out the window, past capacity, working a lot, and just not my best self at all. And I know that the way that I was showing up to our relationship during that time looked pretty grim. Like Nath was getting bottom of the barrel version of Sammy and not the best version of me that he deserves. And that I wanted to and still want to give. I want to show up as the best version of myself for Nath and for our relationship. But yeah, when I was stressed, the worst thing that someone could say to me would be like, you just need to relax, chill out. Like, it's not so bad. Like, that's not what you say to a stressed person. So what do you say to a stressed person, or what can we say to a stressed person?
Right. So I'll give you the example of one couple came to me. The wife was very, very anxious, a very, very anxious person. And the husband just trying to kind of like calm her down. But it's not working because I don't know why. Probably she just reacts to her husband being in a relationship for 20 years already. Very reactive. Obviously, this is a buildup of many years, not just like of one day, right? So my tip for them is for husband to sit down the wife and say, I understand that, you know, you start to feel anxious about something. Why don't we breathe together? So put your hand on her heart, put her hand on your heart. I'm saying this to the husband, and then breathe together. Take deep breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, and again. You know, so from that one exercise, you know, soon enough, the wife calmed down, and then we are able to talk again.
Our breathing and our breath is so powerful, isn't it?
Yes, we forget to breathe. I mean, you would think, what? We're human beings. Of course we're breathing. What do you mean we forget to breathe? But no, sometimes we do forget, and we hold for so long, and no wonder that we get so stressed all of a sudden because, oh, hang on, we haven't been breathing properly.
Yeah, I agree. It sounds simple, but if anyone's listening and they want to dig into like developing some breathing exercises, we had Shane and Angie Saunders on the show from Breathe Me, and they've got a free program that you can go and download and have some of those things to sort of talk you through a breathing exercise. So I definitely go back and listen to that, jump onto their website and get the freebie. Totally help. What else would you recommend, Ingrid? Breathing exercises and breath work with our partner.
Yes, and massage, of course, you know, because not only did I massage thousands of people so far, but also with couples. I teach couples how to massage each other for relaxation and intimacy. And just the act of touch. You probably have heard of the book 5 Love Languages. Yeah. Couples massage lesson. For me, it covers all the 5 love languages. The first one, obviously, touching, right? Oh, we're touching each other. And then number 2 is spending time together, quality time together. You're not doing anything else. You're not worrying about anyone else out there. You're here in the room together, spending time with each other. And then a gift of love. So obviously, the one half of the equation, give this couples massage lesson to the other person for the betterment of their relationship, of their union. So that is a very lovely, very good gift of love. And then it covers also the acts of service, because what do you know? You are massaging someone, you're actually doing something for somebody. And then lastly, words of affirmation, because at the end, I will ask them to say 5 to 10 things that you love about your partner. So it's acknowledging, oh yeah, thank you. Well, number 1, obviously, thank you for giving me this gift. And then say to each other, what is it that you love about yourself, about each other?
I really love that. Yeah, just that it covers off all of those 5 things. So even if you don't understand your partner's love language quite yet, it's a pretty
you
safe
cover
bet, isn't
all
it?
bases. You cover it all.
Hey, Ingrid, so we've heard you talk a little bit about sensual relaxation. How does that kind of differ from regular relaxation?
Well, in my Couple Powerhouse package, I teach couples how to massage each other for relaxation, intimacy, give them couples coaching and also products that supports the romantic ambience. So relaxation, obviously relaxation movements, a little bit of back massage, foot massage or head massage to make them relax. And then next time we swap. And then the next time we do intimate. So creating the music, I start with the music that is a bit more, chill, not completely like spa radio, completely relaxing, making people sleep. Because in this session, you don't want the couples to fall asleep or your partner to fall asleep on
They
you.
can fall asleep after.
Fall asleep after, that's okay. So I started with the music, starting the music right, and also giving them instruction of what they need to do, what sort of touch, what sort of pressure to create that intimate, sensual massage for your partner. And ask them, what are the erogenous zones? Without going straight to the genitals, what are...
There's other ones.
Yeah, exactly. Because we need to learn the art of foreplay. You can make this as your foreplay. In the lesson, I will not watch you, I do this discreetly. Either if you come to my clinic, I will have a 3-fold room divider.
Privacy screen.
Yeah.
Privacy screen.
Exactly. Room divider. So you can see my hands, this is what you do. And you can hear my voice giving you some instructions. But online, I can do that through Zoom as well. So you can click off your video. You can still see me. You can hear me. You can see my hand gestures, doing what to do, telling you what to do. And you still have your privacy. So no, I don't want to watch you. You do your thing.
This is one of the many things one of the many things where the Zoom version might actually be better.
Or more comfortable.
Yeah, well, I've done both. So definitely both can be done.
So if we're going to create an experience like this for our partner or really for each other, what are, like at home, we're all at home at the moment. What are some of the things? So you mentioned music. What else should we be doing?
Well, creating the ambience like setting candles or aromatherapy diffuser, for example. So smell is another sense that can affect your mood, And if you would
like... Are there, this is probably getting super tactical, but I have a diffuser and I love it. I like setting the vibe through smell. Is there some specific scents or types of scents that are great for encouraging these kind of relaxed environments?
Yeah.
Or is that a totally personal thing?
It can be personal, but the typical aphrodisiac sort of sensual...
The horny smells.
The horny smells. I like your direct approach, definitely.
Do they smell like oysters?
No.
Maybe that's the champagne. We're going to,
So rose is a good one. Ylang ylang is a good one. Lavender is very useful oil to make you relax, but also complement the rose and the ylang ylang. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our sound, we've got our smells, we've got our ambience from candles. And I guess set to get the room temperature right.
Yeah, exactly. Because you will be naked. So just be mindful that it's not a freezing cold room. If you have electric blanket underneath, that'll be great. If you have a heater on, that'll be great. Not to make you too sweaty as well, obviously, but comfortable. And if you would like to begin with aphrodisiac food, then you can kind of like make the experience complete. Yes.
So, and then you recommend that we take it in turns?
Of course. Yeah. It's about fairness. I believe in fairness. Yeah. Not just the one person giving, another person need to give as well. I believe 50-50 in relationships. So fairness, definitely. And we need to give, but also we need to be able to receive. Typically, a lot of women or moms in particular, they feel guilty in receiving stuff. And so they just give and give and give, and they feel empty in the end, and they just can't run anymore because you need to fuel your tank, just like a car. You can't just run it forever and ever. You need to maintain it. You need to refuel it. So it's very important to be able to receive, not just give.
Yeah. I know that like when Nath and I do this massage thing at home, which we do occasionally, if Nath sets the precedent that this is not for sex, this is just for relaxation and pleasure, then I'm way more likely to be like, let's have sex now. Like, because it felt unconditional. It felt like, I just get to relax and I don't have to worry about what we're going to do after. I can just relax into it, which then in turn am more keen.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give you another example. One of my past couples, they're already married, have 3 kids. The wife didn't want to have any more kids, but the husband was keen to have more kids. And then they joined my Couple Powerhouse package. And guess what? Not long after, boom, kid number 4 pop up. So I guess that's working.
Well, it worked for him. Maybe she didn't want to be.
But she seemed to be happy as well.
That's good. So Ingrid, you mentioned obviously the 5 love languages, that doing this kind of ticks all of those boxes. So what other benefits do you see from the couples that you've worked with that when they do start implementing this?
Oh, the 5 love languages, you mean, or the massage lessons and
the
couples
massage
coaching?
lessons?
Oh, the massage.
What are some of the other benefits from massaging each other?
Yeah, definitely calm down. So you can show how much you love each other. Give you an example. Another couple came in fighting outside my clinic, fighting, but then when they come in and I set the tone, the environment, the activity completely differently at the end. They kiss each other, they hug each other, they say, I love you to each other. Big difference between outside the clinic to inside. One session.
Yeah, amazing.
Hey, one of the things that we've heard you talk a little bit about is your sacral chakra and getting it in balance to bring more pleasure and joy and satisfaction into a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, certainly. So chakra or chakras are the circular vortexes of energy that are placed in seven different points on the spinal column. Now, the sacral chakra that you ask about is the second chakra that we have. The bottom one is the root chakra, located in the genitals, so at the bottom of the spine. And then the sacral chakra, the second one, is like in between the genitals and the belly button. Now, this chakra influences your creativity, your gut instinct, confidence in artistic expression. It influences how inspired you feel, the general joy and pleasure in life, satisfaction in romantic relationship, and your ability to express your emotions. Now, when it's not balanced, either underactive or overactive, it affects your day-to-day life in many ways, such as experiencing sexual repression or sexual addiction, so one extreme to the other, and feeling detached from your emotions or having frequent mood swings. So there are many symptoms of this chakra not being balanced, but 2 of the top ones are the ones that I just mentioned. Yeah. So
this might feel like a little bit of a sidebar, but like stick with me. So I'd heard about like the different chakras and how they vibrate and basically influence a lot of our life and the way that we move through and the way that we receive the world and the energy. And if you've not heard about this sort of stuff before, it's a little bit woo-woo. You're a bit like, what? No, that sounds bizarre. But I was practicing some meditation, and I'm an on-again, off-again meditator, but I had been meditating, and every now and then I would get into a very deep meditation and I would rock back and forth. And then I heard a energy person, Master Cho, if anyone wants to go for a Google, talk about this idea that that's your very top chakra receiving a lot of influx of light and energy, and that it's quite common to experience this rocking back and forth if you're in a deep meditative state and your chakra is realigning. And I was like, whoa, okay, so now I've had a real life in-body experience where I now feel a bit more belief about the external energy forces that are influencing how I'm moving through the world. So I'm with you. How do we get it good?
Yeah. I know. That is the secret, right? So let me give you the rundown of how to restore balance and proper energy flow to your sacral chakra, because this is my expertise area. I'm not the expert of the other chakras, but I love this one. Number one is reconnect with the sacral chakra's element, which is water. So you can take a bath, you can go swimming or dangle your feet in the body of water. Or if you want to do it together, you can bathe your partner's feet, for example. Kind of like Jesus and his followers, from that, somehow I can relate it to that picture. Number two, be creative. Let your energy flow by exploring new or old hobbies like dancing, writing, drawing, participating in other playful activities. Now, if we've been together for a long time, or if we are so busy with work, for example, we tend to be too serious. It's like, where's the inner child? Where's the playfulness? Bring it on, bring it back on. And number three, yoga can help to balance and open your chakras as well. So some particular poses such as open angle, frog, pigeon, goddess poses can help. Number four is meditation for sacral chakra. So you can sit with your spine and back straight, relax and breathe deeply. We've been mentioning about breathing. Focus your attention to your sacral chakra down there and its orange color. So the element is water and the color of this particular chakra is orange. So just imagine the color orange for 3 to 5 minutes. The fifth one will be sacral chakra affirmations. I invite you to speak calmly, positive affirmations. I feel affirmation, such as I feel at peace. I feel passionate, because obviously this is relating to our sensual areas. I feel comfortable with my body. My sexuality is sacred. I am sexual being. I embrace my sexuality. Something like that. Yeah. So when you recite and write the ones that you pick daily, so do this daily, this action will help rewire your neural pathway and bring them to reality. Some people just simply don't have confidence enough in their body, like they hate their body for some reason. But when you do this, it will rewire your brain. Because when what you think about, say about, and action about match or align, then the universe will make things happen for you. Number 6, we already mentioned this, aromatherapy. But the best essential oils for this chakra includes lemon, orange, lime, rose, ylang-ylang, cardamom, black pepper, and cinnamon. Number 7 is crystal healing. So particular crystal such as ruby, citrine, amber, sunstone, tangerine quartz, orange calcite. So the orange sort of hues. Number 8, sacral chakra foods, orange foods like sweet potato, carrots, orange bell peppers. And number 9, of course, because I love it so much, spa treatments such as massage and facials. So yeah, touch people and rebalance yourself.
All right, Ingrid, do we need all 9, or will moving the needle on 1 or 2 of them still make a difference?
Well, you pick what you like. I'm giving you the whole shebang. So you can start with 1, you can start with 2 and do it regularly and you will feel the difference.
Yeah,
amazing.
I think that's a good reminder for everything that our listeners here on the show. Like, treat all of this like a buffet. Like, all the options, all the things are laid out.
I love buffet.
And you just pick what you like, what resonates for you. If you don't like something, put it back, or actually maybe don't put it back.
Maybe just push it to the side.
In this analogy, you don't eat any more of it.
Yes.
So Ingrid, I want to come full circle. You mentioned that you're in a really beautiful relationship now, and I would love to know, what is it that you do in that relationship that helps keep it fueled up?
Yes. So number 1 is humor for me. We met online. So my husband and I, my second husband, hopefully my last one, We met on RSVP. So we're one of RSVP's success story. So online dating, there is hope, people, not just bunch of jerks in there. Believe me, some genuine people also in there. So it's a journey to find one. But anyway, humor. So his profile photo was so terrible. It's blurry. So remember, people, when you're dating, better have a very good profile photo, right? But then from his profile, I know that we have similarities. So we both are funny people. So we like humor. I can understand his humor, even though he has a very dry sense of humor. So sometimes can be sarcastic, but I get him, so humor is one. Number two will be prioritizing, especially for your audience. Yes, you guys may be in an early stage of the relationship, and one day when you have been in relationship for a long time, plus kids, plus businesses, plus, like full on work, then you tend to derail from this thing called relationship. So it's no longer your focus. My principle is like this. If you don't work your business, it won't work. The same thing. If you don't work your relationship, it won't work. So I suggest communicate openly, compromise to a degree, but don't change yourself so you lose your sense of self in the relationship. Compromise to a degree. That's why I said, and don't take things too seriously. That's why I begin with humor. Yes.
Yeah, I love all of those things.
Play and abandon. It's great. Yeah. Hey, Ingrid, this has been really beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing with us. We've talked a lot about horny smells and and taking accountability and being the change that you want to see in your relationship. If you are stressed and you are needing some more relaxation, make the time to do this and connect with your partner and yourself. But we also want to talk about being the change that we want to see in the world. So to say thank you, we've given a 1 month of access to a sporting program in India, which teaches life skills to young adults. We've made this possible via our partnership with Buy One, Give One. So thank you so much for joining us and allowing us to do that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
No worries. So Ingrid, if people want to connect with you or learn a little bit more about your business, how should they do that?
Yes, you can go to my website and request for a half an hour chat with me if you want to know a bit more about relationships so I can listen to you a little bit. It's www.kahyangan.com.au. So that's KAHYANGAN.com.au. And in the services or the event as well, you will be able to see my retreat that I do yearly, Enhance Your Intimacy Retreat. So that's specifically for couples. It can be virtual, can be in person, depending on when I hold it. So yeah, you can have a look at that. If not, then the Couple Powerhouse Diamond Package is a good option to go for as well. So that's a one-on-one coaching for couples only.
Amazing.
Yeah, incredible. Thank you so much for that.
My pleasure. Or you can go to my social media as well, like Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. Yeah.
Awesome. We'll drop it in the show notes. Thank you so much for joining us, Ingrid.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me, guys.
Thanks heaps for joining us. If you love what we're doing here and want more, subscribe to the Date Forever podcast to make sure you never miss an ep. Come and hang out with us and other awesome couples who are fueling up their relationships in the Thriving Couples Collective Facebook group, or check us out at fuelcollective.com.au. Until next time, keep on dating, because better relationships equal a better world.